Hey guys, welcome back and thanks for tuning in. And I'm bringing you an update on my turtle tank. And I wanted you guys to see some new additions that came in. So, you all know Gaia. This is Gaia, my little girl right here. And she was purchased by my mother for me on my birthday a couple years ago. And she's growing quite well. She's, I'd say, oh, about half the way grown now. I'm expecting her to double in size, and then she'll pretty much be full grown. But this is she, my Razorback Musk, and she has maintained quite a light coloration throughout the years. She hasn't really darkened any. Her shell's doing really well, and overall she's incredibly healthy. But she's been very lonely, and you guys know the last update I brought you had a lot more plants and guppies. Now, I'm sure you've already noticed there's African cichlids in here. Yes, I have decided to switch over my fish game, and since I am going to be getting a much larger tank for these guys, I really want to keep some impressive fish. So, just the tank and the water and all this, it's really gotten me back into the groove of fish keeping, which honestly was my first love. It was the very first thing that started me into the hobby of pet keeping, period. And the whole thing started, which you'll probably note in one of my other videos way back when, I noted that it all started with a goldfish bowl I got. And from there, it just grew and grew and grew over the years. So, as you guys see, I do have a peacock right here. I'm not exactly sure what type of peacock. I think those are the ones you call the King Charles. But I really have to research that. I forget. I just went all crazy at the store, but I know he's a peacock. I'm just going to figure out exactly which one. And then there is my electric blue. Now, if I'm not mistaken, all three of these are Lake Malawi cichlids. And that's pretty much what I'm going to go for, is Lake Malawi. I might mix some American continent cichlids in with them. However, I have, read quite a bit of stuff about the mixing. And then, so we'll see where it goes. But for now, I'm focusing on Lake Malawi and Mbuna. I love Mbuna. But of course, I love peacocks also. So that is that. And then there's my Alradis. So he's actually really beautiful. I'm pretty sure these guys are males, just because of the species and the other specimens that were in the tanks. I got the three most dominant looking fish in their tank. So these three guys have actually done very well. It's even though it's a sparse tank, there's not really a major amount of aggression. I'm noting that my Addittions is the most aggressive, followed by the electric blue, who is the middle aggressor, and then the most timid of them all is my peacock, which I honestly thought he would be the terror, but he's not. He's actually the most docile fish out of the two. But it's working out very well. I think the fact that the turtles are in here also kind of helps to lower aggression, because these guys are kind of like, well, whoa, what the hell are those? So yeah, as you guys can see, this is a new guy you haven't been introduced to yet. And he doesn't have a name. But this is Gaia's new mate. This is a male Razorback Musk turtle. When he initially came to me, he was a trade-in for my two Nicaraguan dwarf boas. And I know you're probably going to say, well, that doesn't really equal out, but I really didn't want them anymore. And so I just really wanted to get another turtle. And if you guys know, this species is quite small. In California, they've been cracking down like crazy with the small turtle species and the 4-inch rule. So nobody really has Razorbacks anymore. And to pay an arm and a leg to ship one of them would have been crazy. So I simply went down to where I knew this guy was residing. However, I think he was having the beginning stages of shell rot. However, it's cleared up. His shell's actually getting much nicer as he spends time with me. And I know with more time, with optimal care that he gets here, he's just gonna get even prettier. So that is he. He doesn't have a name yet. Preliminary name is Yggdrasil, just to match the theme of Gaia, but we'll see where that goes. I just love turtles. I think they're one of the, just like, I don't know, I can't describe them. They're like really mystical creatures to me. I love them so much, and I think they represent the earth very, very well. They live such a long time, much longer than most other species out there. They eat pretty much, a lot of them are vegetarian, and you got insectivores, so you have them from all different spectrums. But I mean, they're natural little fertilizers, especially the vegetarian guys, the tortoises. They're like our little land keepers and whatnot. And I mean, if you really think about it, the water turtles too, they do a lot for the ponds and the ecosystems that they live in the water. I know they do a lot more just to dirty it, but however, when you're out in the pond with all the natural stuff going on, they actually are quite a beneficial addition to a pond or a lake. So that is that. But back to my cichlids, guys. So I have some stuff going on here. If you guys notice, it's very sparse, and there are some plants. They don't eat them, but I do have a brown algae problem, which I'm hoping will go away. It's the diatom algae, which I really hate. That's always been a major problem for me. However, I think it's just because I change the water so often, and there's a lot of silicate inside of the treated water that I use. So anyways, with that, guys, I wanted to bring you over here and show you. These are some rock stacks that I've started. Now you're probably going to say, well, what the hell, dude? You have a bare bottom tank. How are you going to stack rocks for at least sufficient enough for something like African cichlids? Well, I've thought of several things. The pressure points, the sliding around, the scratching. As you can see now, my tank has quite a bit of scratches on the bottom, just because I've had rocks in there forever. But I have decided to stack these guys and go ahead and use silicone. So I have silicone to stick all of them together to make sure that Yggdrasil or Gaia doesn't knock them over. And then there's another one over here curing. This one's getting stuck to the top there. That's stuck there. That's going to be like a little cave. This is just the pillar to one cave. And then if I bring you guys up this way to this pile, it's also being silicone together. That's going to be another pillar to that one down there that you just saw. And you'll also see here there's silicone on the open end right there. I don't want to touch it because it's still curing. The other one has the same thing. This one you can actually see because of the light. But as you can see, it's got silicone curing on the top. And the reason for this is because I thought about pressure points. I thought about the sliding rock. I thought about the fact that it's already scratched up. I don't want to compromise the integrity of the glass with the bare bottom. However, I do not want to add a substrate. So I went ahead and added a layer of silicone to the bottom where the rocks are actually going to sit on the glass. And I figure that'll help to keep it from being so abrasive. It'll also help to keep it from sliding around, as the silicone is probably going to get some kind of grip or traction on the glass. And however rambunctious my turtles can be, I really don't think they will go ahead and cause any problems with that. If they do manage to slide this over, it's going to be a small amount. Not only that, but it helps to keep kind of the bottom side from, gathering up so much detritus and poop and stuff that's in the water. So I'm going to see how that works. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you posted. And hey, maybe this will be something that takes, and other fish keepers out there with bare bottoms who are scared of busting open your tanks or whatnot, or coming home to water all over the ground, that might be something that sticks and helps. So I'll let you guys know how it goes once this stuff is cured, and we'll go from there. So thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed that quick update. I know I rambled quite a lot, but I hope you got some kind of beneficial information out of that. And I hope you stay tuned for further updates and more to come. This tank in a couple days will be fully set up with those rocks and ready to go. And then, yeah, we will definitely give you an update then so you can see how they're doing. Alright, thank you guys for tuning in. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And once again, this is Frank, tuning out. Peace out, guys.